All right, solar YouTubers. This is probably the 18th time I made this video. There's the start of the show. Kissies. Kissies. Yeah, I was playing with stuff. Real quick, we're supposed to be getting hit by storms pretty good this about Friday, they said. Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there. I live here in Indiana on the Illinois border, so there right now is up in the air if we're going to get snow or how much we're going to get snow, whatever. We know it's going to be cold, but we don't know exactly what we're going to get by. So this is why this system is built. This is why I do what I do, because of the possible of power outages. So if the power goes out, what most people don't have, they're screwed. This is why this system is here, because I lost power about 4 years ago now, for 4 days of a big storm that hit this area, and so I'm not going to do that again. So as of right now, that fridge is running off the Vevor. We have the two, how I pronounce that, batteries. These are 25.6 100 amp hours. This is in parallel. It's got 200 amp hours. This is about a 5K storage. And this here is two Red Oto batteries, the 12.8, and it's in parallel, so it's 200 amp hours. So this is about 2.5 kilowatt. I mean 2.5 kilowatt hours. Yeah, 2.5. Storage here, kilowatts. Yeah. So, and this has its own separate 200 watt solar panel bifacial. This has four 100 watt, just regular panels. I got the EB3A. So what I did on the other video, I have this power box, okay? So in the power box, you have all your USB here. There is a light, pretty nice. So let's just run that light instead of this. See, it's nice, it's a pretty good light. And then it has 3 of your cigarette lighters, okay? It does have a voltmeter if you want to turn it on. It's actually blinking. That's what it's doing right now in real life. Yeah, I know it's doing that. Whatever. So that power box was hooked to the Lucidity. It has plugins. The Lucidity box is pretty freaking awesome. That's what the back of a Lucidity looks like. The top port is all, excuse me, got stuff in the way. The top port is your 10 amp charge controller. Then you got 3 other ports here. And this your big, 175 amp, whatever. So I had a power box plugged in that. And when I was charging batteries and stuff, because I use flashlights in my house. For example, that's how I light my kitchen. I light my kitchen with that light. I don't use the overhead light. I know it does work. It does work. It's pretty bright, but I don't need bright. I just need just enough, right? So that's why I got that. And then I charge that up off the Lucidity box there. And then I use the power box to charge it up. Okay, so we'll probably get hit by a pretty good storm here pretty soon. So they really don't know how bad it's going to be in my area. I live in Indiana, on the Indiana-Illinois border. There on the Wabash River, I-70 junction right there. So running the Vevor, I don't have any DC outputs. It doesn't have them. So what I did was I had this connection here, and then I just plugged the power box into the Anderson. So now I got DC power if I need DC power. Because I could run the wire, I don't want to add another wire to there because I don't know how far down grip I'm getting. So I don't want to do that. I could probably, I probably use a negative. Yeah, I probably use that negative over there. And I got plenty of juice on the positive. Yeah, I'd probably do that if I have to. But now I got DC power if I need it. Or I can just plug it back into the Lucidity box. But this is why I have this set up. I'm ready to go. I have a 2,000 watt generator sitting right there. I got 5 gallons of gas. I need to fill that up. That's on about a gallon in that one. That needs to be filled up. Then I have, that's a 20-gallon tank in the Jeep. It's probably about half full, I think. The truck is 26. I'm on half a tank, so I'll probably get about 18, 16 in that. And how I'm going to get it out and get it ready is this. It's a Harbor Freight special. That's all my tools. Sorry, all my tools are in there. Harbor Freight special. It is a, let's see if we can get that. It's a liquid transfer pump, battery operated. So if I have to, I can suck out gas from the Jeep or the truck, whatever, if I need gas. So I'm going to prepare for the storm. I'm getting ready for the worst. If power does go out, these LiPo batteries does not like, you can't charge them in the cold, whatever, because I'm going to have no heat in this house. So I do have a 12 volt battery. It's a cigarette lighter. So I will plug that in. And there's a star to show. Let me turn the light off. So there's a star. That pretty kitty. And I will drape it over the system. I will set that battery down on top of that, and I would drape it over the system so the battery will keep warm. So I can charge them. I got solar panels up on the roof. Bring it in. I just might have to go up there and get the snow off it. So I'm ready for the power outage, and I hope you guys. I'm ready to go. If power does go out, I'm emptying the food out of my fridge. I'm going to turn one of these into a freezer, one of these into a cooler. I'm ready to go, and they're cigarette lighter operated, or they are AC operated. So I can just use the power box like this, or I can just plug it in off of the Vevor power strip and plug it that way. So I have choices here. I have options, and I hope you guys have at least a plan on what to do if the snow does hit, if it does get as bad as I say it's going to get, especially people down in the south. They're talking like below Tennessee and below is going to get hit really hard with ice and snow, and it's supposed to be this massive storm, and I'm doing air quotes when I say that. It's all fear porn to me. But if it does get bad, I'm just ready. So I got 5 kilowatts of storage, 2.5 kilowatts there. I got a 3,000 watt inverter sitting in there. This is a 1,000 watt inverter, and I got 2,000 watts sitting down there if I need it. I got a 2,000 watt gas generator. I got to go. And so what I'm going to do is, if the power does go out, I hope it don't, but if it does, I'm not going to stick my generator out on the front porch. Simple fact is that will get stolen. And then walk up the stairs and take it right off. So what I got is a pretty ingenious way, and they will have to do a whole lot of work. So I have this unit sitting here. So the owner of the building, he's put brand new windows in, so he doesn't want AC sitting into the windows, right? Because it's all new windows. That's understandable. So you slide that out, and your things go up here, and your AC unit sits right on top of that bracket, and those legs there go down onto the wall down below. So your AC sits on there. The AC doesn't sit on the ledge at all, and it's a good, it protects everything. So all I'm gonna do is open this window, stick this out in here, out in the window like an AC, and strap my generator down to it. So I am literally 2 stories off the ground. Now I'm on the 2nd story, so nobody's gonna climb up there and get that. They have to really want it to get it. So I got that. That window can't be open because it's gonna be cold in here, so it doesn't matter. I got some nice thick blankets. I got I got a sleeping bag. And then what I'll probably do, I got some chairs. Got a couple of these chairs. What I'll probably do is make a small environment here. Okay? A microbiome. And put a couple of chairs up here. Stick a blanket over top of it. Because I got some nice thick blankets. To create a small little tent. And from there, I can lay the heating blanket down. And then a sleeping bag or whatever, and then I have me a small micro environment I can control. And then if it gets too bad, I can just fire up the generator and put a small little heater. Just heat that little room, heat inside of the whatever. And then the only thing we have to worry about is water. Heat, water freeze. You just basically go to the, because the whole building's on one water system, so whatever. I don't know how he's going to do all that. But I'm set. I'm ready to go. Don't have everything planned out, but I do have a lot of things planned out. I don't keep a whole lot of food in my fridge because of stuff like this. I keep enough I have a week's supply in my fridge. That's it. So, yeah, if we get hit something with hard, I ain't going to have enough food to last me. It will last me. I can eat one time a day, once every other day. It's just me. I don't know what about. I got 6 bags of pork rinds in there. I got some bread for carbs. I get, and then power goes out. I have a New Wave cooktop. I use this every single day, twice a day. I cook my breakfast on this, and this runs off of my Lucidity battery box. Okay, and that's 1,000 watts, and it runs off of that. It draws about 600 on low settings, about 600. So I use that every morning. I use this setup every morning, so I can cook. I'm fine with that. Make my tea. That coffee maker also runs off of this box, and it's about 800 watts. And I do this every day, so I'm used to pretty much no power for the sake of the word. And then the power box can go on those batteries, so I can go back into the Lucidity box. It doesn't matter. I'm ready to go, and hoping you guys don't get caught with your pants down in the storm. I really don't think it's going to be as bad as they say it is, but you never know. So, this cat, she's hilarious. So, I hope you guys are prepared. I wish you guys luck. Ain't gonna be here until Friday, Saturday, something like that. So, just giving you guys a quick video update on this. Today is Wednesday, January 21st of 2026. So, so this is why my system's built. This is why I do videos on this. Not every day in the winter time, but during summertime when I have, better sun, longer days, I would do a video at least twice a day to show you that living from paycheck to paycheck, this can be done. None of this stuff is donated to me. Everything I bought for my own money, and it's taken me 3 years, almost 4 years to get where I'm at now. The initial purchase was the EB3A, the 200 watt bifacial solar panel I have on the roof, and that cooler, and then the generator. The generator came first. When the power went out, we couldn't find a generator. I went to Amazon. 2 days later, got that generator. So I had that generator for the last 2 days of the power outage. I just ran that generator to charge up my batteries and to charge up the refrigerator. I will let it run for about an hour and a half, get it all nice and cold, and I'll shut it off. And then 12, 14 hours later, in the morning before I left for work, I got up, charged up the refrigerator, and I went to work so it doesn't open up. And then when I come home, I would, get my food real quick. I had an air fryer, so I run the fire up the generator, plug it in, and the refrigerator and my air fryer, my microwave, whatever, we're running off that generator. And then when I get done cooking my food and stuff, the refrigerator's nice and cold, and then I would shut the refrigerator off, unplug it at that time, and so then a couple of days out of all that, then I got my EB3A and then the refrigerator. And then about a week later, power went out again for about 6 hours, maybe that. So, but I'm ready to go. Like I said, if power does go out, I'm disconnecting the fridge, taking all my food out, and I'm putting it into the coolers. My water and stuff I have in the fridge is going outside on the front porch because it's going to be freaking cold. So I'm good to go. So I hope you guys are good to go. This is why I did this, not to save any money on my electric bill. It's because of this reason. This is why I have this system of power going out. At least I have heat. I have a way to cook my food and a way to go to sleep at night with a fan. So this is why I got this. And I hope I don't have to use it. I hope no one has to use anything. I hope this is just, you know, we look at this now. I mean, it's nice. Nice clear skies. It's about, it was about 40, it was 48 degrees when I came home. I step outside. It's a nice, beautiful day. It's nice out here. It's about 50 degrees out here. Beautiful day. And for those of you who don't know my solar panels, I've done a couple of videos on them. Oh, look, we got a moon sitting up there. Cool. There's my panels. I'm gonna get back here and get a better video. Sorry about the noise. I live on one of the major streets in Terre Haute, Lafayette. Okay, so that first panel there is my 200 watt bifacial JJN. That's going on the Lucidi battery box, and that does charge the red Odos. And those up there are, there's 4 of them. And so I have those aluminum bracket braces. And so I do have 2 more of those braces over there. So I got 2 panels on each bracket, and they're horizontal. And so I got 400 watts on that. So the power, if we get a lot of snow and power goes out, I just stick a ladder. And the Jeep don't look too bad. That's all that front end damage I did there. And that frame right here is bent pretty bad there in the tip. So I can't put a bumper on there, but I can put everything else. You can see how bad it's just a beater to heater now. I would take a ladder, stick it right there, walk up there, and that's all flat roof. And this part is angled a little bit. It's about a 5-degree angle. Up there is totally flat, 5-degree angle. And the only reason why I don't put my panels on my little porch right there is because the porch leaks. It has a leak in it, and then I have no way of, I cannot drill into the deck. I cannot drill. It has to be up there. I have sandbags and buckets of tar. I got it held down for now. It's on rubber mats. It's not mounted to the roof. I can't mount it to the roof. So I can't put it on that porch because the steep is too angled. It's too steep, and I can't. There's no way for me to mount those panels up there without out to the roof. You know what I mean? So that's what we have going on there. But that's my setup, and that's the wires are coming down and into the window. And I was gonna walk in the grass, but I have no shoes on. So that's my setup there. So it's I got literally 600 watts up there. I got 200 on one and 400 on the other. Wires are coming down there. They're going into the house. I got tape. I need to tape the outside of this. I'm gonna do that now. That's what we got. And there's the star of the show peeking out. Kissies. All right, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. We'll do pretty good here the next couple of days. I will talk to you later.